Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Venus, which on April 6th is going to be transiting in the Taurus sign, and from April 6th till May 1st, it is going to be in a strengthened state in the Taurus sign. So definitely guys, the April month seems to be very promising on so many fronts. Like there are so many Raj Yogas which are getting formed, and the best aspect is that whether we talk about planets which are responsible for giving us sudden success, sudden opportunities, Rahu and Ketu are also in a strengthened state, and also guys like Jupiter in the month of April transiting in the Aries sign, Saturn is already transiting in its own Mool Trikona sign. So over and above that, this dignified state of Venus in the Taurus will definitely add more strength to your aspirations in your life journey. And definitely guys, this transit is going to be more important for all those people who are working or operating in the domains of the Venus. Like you're working in the fields of art, entertainment, media, diplomacy, PR agencies or finance industry. So all these people are definitely going to get benefited with this strengthened state of Venus in the Taurus sign. And also guys, like if you are currently going through the Venus Mahadasha or your important activated planets right now, like in the form of the Dasha, they are conjunct with Venus, they are placed in the signs ruled by Venus, so then definitely this transit of Venus is going to have its impact in your life. I always say this thing guys, that there cannot be any debate on this thing, that there are those people who say that transit does not hold any water, or some people say that it's only the Dasha, but I would say that combining your Dasha and transit, then coming to any conclusion, is the right approach of making use of astrology for a holistic living. So okay guys, now we will shift our discussion to the customized results, and before that, what does Venus in Taurus represents? So definitely guys, Taurus is not only a sign which is being ruled by the planet Venus, but also in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Taurus represents the second house energy of your speech, of your values, of finances, and just because it's a fixed sign as well. So all the domain of Venus, when we talk about love, romance, so the energy of Taurus has got a lot of commitment attached to it, lot of possessiveness attached to it. Over and above that, for any of the financial gains or right use of luxury, right use of opportunities, and attracting all sort of attention towards you because of the charisma or magnetism in your personality. So all these are the kind of probable results which can be indicated or which can be connected with Venus's influence in the Taurus sign. So okay guys, now starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, this transit of Venus is going to be taking place in your second house. So guys, although Venus becomes a killer planet for you, but just because it has got a say on two most important houses of your commercial gains, your commercial activities, and the concerns of relationship. So definitely guys, like for the Aries Lagna natives, a lot many astrologers have been predicting this thing, that because Jupiter ever since it has transited to your 12th house, so this is not a very conducive sign for marriage of a relationship. So with this entry of Venus and its strengthened state in your second house, and very soon on April 21st when Jupiter will also enter your first house, so one thing is for sure, that in the matters of relationship, marriage, and any sort of agreement, this is going to be a very conducive sign. Second thing is that like definitely if you are in your own business, this is going to be a very auspicious transit for you in your line of work, communication, media management, or public performances. If all that is included, then also this entry of Venus in your second house will be seen as a very good transit. So definitely guys, because both of the houses of your income, like 11th house of income, opportunities, supplementary income, is very much strengthened because of the presence of Saturn over there. Over and above that, this entry of Venus in your second house. So I would say that pertaining to the matters of your finances, like Aries Lagna natives are actually heading in a right direction, that if you want to invest in any of the financial markets, new opportunities, new business ventures, if you want to kind of consider venturing into different options. So this is a very conducive, favorable transit which is right now happening for all the Aries Lagna natives, because guys, even your ascendant lord is right now transiting in the 3rd house, which actually makes people very entrepreneur mindset. So with this combined effect coming in from all the planets, I would say this transit is very favorable for the Aries Lagna natives in the matters of your finances, relationship, charisma, luxury. Now guys, for all the Taurus Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, this is going to be the transit of your ascendant lord, so which in itself is a very good sign. So guys, because as we know this thing that Rahu is right now transiting in your like 12th house. Over and above that, Mercury's long stay in your 12th house, this could have been a matter of concern. But just because I always say this thing, if you actually want to see the strength of any chart, which in a way tells about our life path, so all of that we get to know from the strength and dignity of the ascendant lord, whether in your natal chart or whether in the transit. Trust me, no matter how badly placed planets you have in your chart, but if your ascendant lord is strong, so that means your chart or your life has got strong potential. So again guys, your ascendant lord is going to be entering your 1st house. So all those things, first of all, to begin with, all of that which has been predicted for you guys from the past couple of weeks, that be very watchful in the matters of expenses, in the matters of clandestine relationship or betrayal in the matters of relationship and all of that. So all of that will come to an end, and with this entry of your ascendant lord right over there in your 1st house, so this is a very good sign. Guys, why we talk about that Venus is a prime significator planet for people in entertainment or media business, because there is a lot of glitter and glamour all the time around them. So because of which Venus in itself represents charisma, magnetism. So during this time, like if you have to give any performance, this could be a very good time for that. Apart from that guys, because in your case Venus has got the rulership over your 6th house as well. Any of the situation of improvement in the matters of health, any of the work related important decision making, or some new financial gains, new opportunities. So from overall whether we talk about from your health point of view, from your job, from your career point of view, or anything to do with the charisma, even in the matters of relationship as well, this is a very good transit of Venus in your right over there in your 1st house. So I would say that whether you are a student or like only in the matters of the student or all those people who are going through their academics, till the time guys your 5th house lord is conjunct with Rahu in the 12th house. So that is the only one aspect which will still remain vulnerable. So from the students point of view and people who are very much invested in the stock market, speculation and all of that, so these people still have to be or they have to remain a little bit cautious. But apart from that, all other areas of when we talk about relationship, health, daily work life, so from all of that point of view, this entry of Venus in your 1st house will definitely give you or connect you with positivity and more opportunities and confidence. Now guys, for all the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys in your case, if you will see that Venus definitely plays a very important role, because in your case Venus has got the rulership over your 12th house and your like 5th house. And I always say this thing, that whenever people talk about ill things about the Dushtana Bhava, I always have one thing to say: if the Dushtana Bhav lord is placed over there, or there are those signs, like for example when we talk about for the Sagittarius Lagna, their ascendant lord only gets exalted in the 8th house. So it all comes down to that, even if a planet is in the Dushtana Bhava, but in which dignity it is placed. But definitely guys, in your case for the Gemini Lagna, Venus in the 12th house is a energy of splurging out, of going on that extravagant spree, or enjoying life, too much of the passion, too much of the pleasures. So a lot many Gemini Lagna natives might go overboard in all these things, because guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that your ascendant lord is conjunct with Rahu in your 11th house. So I would say guys, this could be a good news for you, that if you are in a line of work where too much of the partying, too much of the socialization, too much of the like that sort of glamour and glitter is required all around you all the time, then this could be a beneficial time for you, because definitely all these people in PR and in media as well, so even when they are partying, so through that they are networking as well. So if you belong to that field, or that is what your lifestyle is, this could be a very beneficial time for you. The good part over here is that, guys, from the Gemini Lagna point of view, only thing which is coming out is enjoyment, experience, pleasure. So that is all what I have to say. So I would say that if you are a student, you have to be very cautious, careful. If you belong to a very traditional community and there has been a lot of distractions all around you, then you have to be very cautious. So it all comes down to individual, that what is getting applicable in your case. But overall, guys, if I were to say, definitely Gemini Lagna, overall the way I'm looking at you guys is that you have already suffered enough. Because when Saturn was there in your 8th house, and the way planets have been treating you from the past couple of months, now is the time for you to enjoy life, and everything is good when it is done in moderation and in a very ethical way. That is all what I can say for the Gemini Lagna. Now, guys, for all the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that definitely Venus becomes an important planet for you, and it is going to be in a strengthened state in your 11th house. So definitely, guys, pertaining to the matters of opportunities or popularity, recognition, connections, this is going to be a very good transit for the Cancer Lagna natives. So I would say, guys, that at the time when I was talking about the transit of Mercury, I mentioned this thing over there, that there is going to be very sudden, unpredictable like a work related situation which Cancer Lagna natives might have to go through. But over and above that, guys, this transit of Venus in your 11th house is going to be a sigh of relief. The best part over here is that Venus in itself represents the feminine. Like the way, guys, when we talk about the, like, why we say this thing, that the best remedy for Venus is always remain respectful towards a woman, because Venus operates or represents that energy. So and in your case, your ascendant in itself is being is a feminine sign, so being ruled by a feminine planet, moon. So because of which, I would say that during this time, if you are in that nature of work, we're dealing with the females or female products or female following, if all of that is getting applicable in your case, so this is going to be a very auspicious or beneficial transit for you. So yes, guys, in your case, because Venus has got the rulership over your 4th house as well, try to remain very respectful towards your like your mother, and this could be a partner, this could be a female colleague or female bosses, and because of their support, because of the support of your partner as well, a lot many Cancer Lagna natives might get benefited. Definitely, guys, when we talk about this 11th house and 5th house axis, it has got a lot to do with the personal magnetism. So definitely, if you are in that line of work where you have to make use of your charisma to attract opportunities, so this is going to be a good transit for you. And let's say, for example, if during this time only you have to launch any product, you have to release any book, or you have to give any performance, then definitely things are gonna work out in your favor. You will be the talk of the town. Now, guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, so definitely, guys, in your case as well, Venus plays a very important role, because it has got the rulership over your 10th house, your profession, your actions, your outdoor life, and Venus is going to be getting strengthened over here. So definitely, guys, when we talk about Venus's dignity in the 10th house, I always say this thing that planets, specifically the houses which governs our work life, our profession. So over there, I primarily give importance to the 2nd house, because we do work, we do job for money, for salary, for profits, for gains. So it's the 2nd house. 6th house also tells about our daily work life, our work ethics, and 10th house, where we actually do our duties. So let's say, for example, if you're already operating in the domain of Venus, like clothing business or food and restaurant industry, art, entertainment, media, banking, finance. So if you are actually operating in these businesses, this could be a very good transit for you. And guys, because you know this thing that Venus in itself represents finances, it represents our salary. So I would say that if you are in that state that you want to negotiate your salary, or you want to apply for a new role, so making use of your PR, your marketing skills, your interpersonal people pleasing skills, you can actually negotiate for some your remuneration related concerns during this time as well, when Venus is in a strengthened state in your 10th house. And definitely guys, I've already mentioned this thing, whether you are a performing artist, you are a self-employed person, or whether you are working primarily in the fields represented by Venus, so this could be a very beneficial transit for you, or rather I would say financially very beneficial transit for all the Leo Lagna natives. And I'm not saying that only looking at the Venus, but the way other planets are also operating and supporting this transiting Venus, because we cannot overlook this fact. Saturn is right now in a very strengthened state in your 7th house. Jupiter is soon about to enter your 9th house. So overall it's a very good transit of Venus in your 10th house. Just try to remain very respectful towards the female colleagues, female bosses, or female co-workers at work. Now guys, for all the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see over here, that Venus in your case becomes a very auspicious planet. It has got the rulership over your 2nd house, and it is going to be getting strengthened in its own 9th house, so which in itself tells about that anything to do with the work related travel, anything to do with the concerns of immigration, anything to do with the people who are currently going through higher studies and all, so this could be a very beneficial transit for all those people. Guys, in your case right now, because we know this thing that your ascendant lord for next couple of weeks is going to be in a severe affliction with under the influence of Rahu, that too in the 8th house. Over and above that, Saturn is already transiting in your 6th house. So I would say that out of all these pressure of the planetary transit, this is going to be a sigh of relief for a while, when Venus is going to be in a strengthened state in your 9th house. So I would say guys that Venus in itself tells about enjoyment, happiness, feel good factor. So if you have got a provision for taking out time for any pilgrimage or any of the travel, so that will prove to be very kind of happiness giving for your own emotional mental health well-being. That is one thing which I want to say. And definitely guys, all those people who are already operating in the domain of the 9th house, anything to do with the law, with the import-export nature of work, with the banking industry, so all these people like who are in any teaching, training business, so all those people can actually get benefited. And specifically guys, because whenever we talk about the 9th house, so religion, theology, philosophy, everything comes into picture. So if you are actually operating in all these businesses, this is going to be a good transit for you, because your 2nd house lord is going to be getting strengthened in the 9th house. So a good transit, or I would say a sigh of relief amidst all these pressure of ascendant lord in the 8th house and Saturn in the 6th house for the Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Libra Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case it is the transit of your ascendant lord, and your ascendant lord is going to be getting strengthened in your 8th house. So one thing is for sure guys, that any of the concerns of like for long, any of the dues which have been impending for long, this could be any of the royalties, alimony, any of the concerns of insurance, or if you are operating in the fields of like when we talk about stock market, share market, because Saturn is already kind of strengthened in your 5th house. So I would say that regarding all these areas, this is going to be a good transit for you. Definitely guys, because it's your ascendant lord and it is going to be transiting in its own house, 8th house. So whatsoever comes from the 8th house, it is always very sudden and unpredictable in nature. Second thing is that Venus in itself represents finances, and Venus also tells about passion as well. So because Saturn's transit in the 5th house, and with this entry of like Venus in your 8th house, a lot many times it has been seen that it suddenly brings out the pent-up unspoken emotions and lot of repressed emotions which suddenly comes out on the surface. So just try to remain cautious and careful in that front. But apart from that guys, the way planets are right now treating the Libra Lagna natives, so I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. It can actually make you very passionate, very intense with your emotions, with your feelings. But apart from that, from the financial point of view, this is going to be a very good transit. And if you actually want to initiate or undergo any of the immigration related concerns, any of the concerns of new investments or travels or pilgrimage, sadhana, so I would say this is going to be a good transit, well guarded, protected transit for all the Libra Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, guys, in your case, Venus is going to be getting strengthened in your 7th house. So yes guys, amidst this whole pressure of ascendant lord in a state of agitation in your 8th house, this is going to be a sigh of relief. So definitely guys, whether you are in your own business, any of the concerns of looking out for a prospective match for your marriage and relationship related concerns, this is going to be a very beneficial time for you. And overall guys, because in your case Venus has got the rulership over your 12th house as well, so I would say that pertaining to the pleasing or cajoling your partner or within the marriage, there could be some enjoyable experiences which could prove to be a little bit expensive as well, but I would say that it's a very good feel good factor kind of energy which is getting generated for you guys. Now guys, the only one thing which you have to be watchful and careful of is that 8th house is a very sudden and it's a very chaotic house, and like had it been for Aries Lagna, their part of their strength lies in the 8th house. So for Aries Lagna, Mars transiting in the 8th house is not a sensitive energy. It's more sensitive for them when their ascendant lord transit in the Virgo in the 6th. Same way guys, in your case, because your ascendant lord is right now agitated in the 8th house, and with this strength of Venus in your 7th house, so a lot many times like all those passion driven provocation and sudden outburst which people give, so just try to remain cautious and watchful in all these areas, like because Venus is in a strengthened state. It means the demand for being nurtured, being taken care of, or love, romance, partnership, fulfillment through partnership is going to be high, and the mode of achieving that is going to be questionable because ascendant lord is agitated in the 8th house. So just try to take calculative decision specifically in the matters of relationship. So because Scorpio natives are very touchy and very intense with their passion, with their emotions, with their feelings, so be cautious, be careful. But guys, overall, if I were to say for anything to do with the commercial gains, for travel, for relationship and passion, this is going to be a positive transit for the Scorpio Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Venus, which has got the rulership over your 11th house as well, and it is going to be getting strengthened in your 6th house. Again guys, it hardly matters whether a planet is in the Dushtana Bhava, but as long as it is strengthened over there, it is exalted or it is placed in its own house, it means it is capable enough of giving you good results. So definitely guys, for the Sagittarius Lagna, if there has been for past so long you have been facing the heat in the matters of health, you will experience relief over there. Anything to do with the work in your daily work life or at your workplace, have you been subjected to any politics, any of the injustice, or if you have been deserving any new raise or joining a new place or a new role, so all that things can materialize because guys, at the end of the day, Venus has got the rulership over your 11th house as well. So opportunity, connections, wish fulfillment, support from other people. So overall guys, one thing is for sure that in your daily work life, this entry and this strengthened state of Venus in your 6th house will definitely make things beautiful for you. So for long you have been awaiting for any job raise, or you have been applying for a job or getting confirmed in that job, or improvement of your relationship with your fellow work colleagues. So regarding all that front, this is going to be a very auspicious transit for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Capricorn natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Venus has got the Yog Karaka department or designation for you guys, and it is going to be in a strengthened state in your 5th house. So guys, I would say that nothing could be better than that because your ascendant lord is also right now transiting in the 2nd house. I have been saying this thing repeatedly guys, ascendant lord, and in your case your ascendant lord is not like moon or like Venus or Mercury, which transit in a very short span of time. So your ascendant lord Saturn transiting in the 2nd house, that in itself is an indication that it is kind of encouraging encouraging you for making some long-term investments in your financial portfolio. And with this strengthened state of Venus, which is your 10th house lord as well in the 5th house, it is a very good indication. It's a very good time for making any good financial investments which have been doing rounds in your mind. And guys, I always say this thing, whenever these kind of alignments happen, so it's not like that now I have said this thing, so you have to start thinking. Things might have already been started, things might have already started getting aligned in that direction. Now after watching this, listening to this, you have to just be consciously aware of acting out at the right time, not losing out on the window of opportunity which has opened for you. So yes guys, I would say that for any of the financial investments, it's a very good time. Like this could be in the matters of your own finances, or this could be investing in your children's education, or this could be for your own education as well. This is a very good transit. Also guys, when we talk about 5th house, has got a lot to do with our personal magnetism, and if you are actually connected with the fields of art, entertainment, media, any of the content creation, so this could be a very blessed time for the Capricorn Lagna natives. And I would say guys that during this time you have to release any book, you have to launch any product, you have to give any performance. So charisma in your personality will definitely be the center of attraction, and lot many good reviews you will get. Omens are definitely gonna support you. So this is what I can say, because guys, during this month only, Jupiter is also going to be entering your 4th house, and we all know that in the original Kal Purush Kundli, Jupiter attains exaltation in the Cancer, connected with the 4th house. So planets are actually now aligning up in a very right way for you. Just only one thing which I want to say, that just be very aware and active in your financial investments and financial portfolio. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus becomes your Yogaraka planet, and it is going to be transiting right over there in your 4th house. So guys, in your case, because Saturn is already transiting in your 1st house, so Saturn is a very heavy energy, very energy of responsibility to deal with. Over and above that, this entry of Venus for a short while will definitely be a sigh of relief. So guys, we cannot overlook this fact that a lot of the attributes of the 4th house coincide with the signification of Venus as well. Like whether you are professionally operating in the domain of the 4th house, like dealing in the decorative items, or buying and selling of vehicles, or working as a realtor, or whether you are planning for your personal use, you know, redecorating your apartment or buying a new vehicle. So all those decisions can be prioritized when Venus is going to be transiting right over there in your 4th house. And definitely guys, because Venus is carrying the energy of the 9th house as well. So if during this time you want to attend any spiritual retreat, or you want to organize or host any of the, because I'm telling this thing more from the Indian point of view, where we have all these kind of spiritual gatherings at our home as well for some special occasions. Like for example, we have just like, oh yeah, today is Ram Navami, so wish you all guys heartiest wishes of the Ram Navami as well. May we all imbibe and inculcate the divine traits of Lord Rama. So yeah, that's what I'm telling, that if you want to host any of the spiritual religious gathering at your place, this could be a very good energy. And moreover guys, 4th house, which tells about our emotions, which tells about our feelings, inner core of our heart, of our emotions. So definitely feel good factor, being appreciated for whatsoever you're doing in life, family get together, camaraderie. So this is how I'm seeing this transit of Venus in your 4th house. And definitely nothing good that if you are, whether you are professionally operating in the domain of 4th house, or whether for your personal use, any of those decisions connected with the 4th house can be prioritized in this time frame when Venus is going to be present over there in your 4th house. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, definitely guys, this is a kind of Lagna where Venus attains exaltation. So Venus is somehow kind of very much favorable for this Lagna, although basis the house rulership, it's not an auspicious planet. So yes guys, so the point which I'm saying, that Venus is going to be transiting in your 3rd house. So beyond doubt guys, all those like content creators, creators, influencers, or if you are a designer, or because third house tells about our skill of our hands, and all these graphic designers, beautician and designers, somehow they make use of their hand only to make things beautiful for all the embellishment purposes and all of that. And third house also has got a lot to do with our networking as well, our power and courage to take initiative. So definitely guys, a lot many Pisces Lagna natives can be startled or surprised by sudden arrival of new connection, making new friendship, or some last moment travels as well, which will prove to be very enjoyable. So I would say that it's a very good time for networking, being introduced to new people, considering some new plans, new marketing ideas, working on some new ideas. So from all of that point of view, this is going to be a very auspicious transit of Venus right over there in your third house. Because guys, very soon, like during this month only, your ascendant lord is going to be transiting in your second house. That in itself means that the whole focus of your life will go in the matters of the second house, prioritizing your values, your finances, your family values and everything. And over and above that, with this strengthened state of Venus in the third house, it will actually prove to be very supportive in the form of introducing you to some new connections. And because when we talk about connections which we gain from Venus, there is a lot of compatibility, there is a lot of love, there is a lot of care for each other kind of energy attached over there. Because Mars can also give you connection, but there is a underlying competitiveness which remains over there. But when we talk about Venus, there is a actual love which can be experienced over there, unconditional love, support and help for each other. So yes guys, this is how this transit is going to be coming out. And if you are actually operating in the domain of Venus plus third house, designer, marketer, so all these people like content creator, performing artist and all, this is going to be a very good transit of Venus, which can make you kind of very much eligible for some new opportunities and new connections. So this is something guys which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.